Looking at abortion in Arizona this November, you'll see a measure on the ballot to expand abortion access in the state. Right now, Arizona only allows abortion up until about 15 weeks in a pregnancy, but Prop 139 would extend that to around 24 weeks.
Let's bring in KGUN 9's Blake Phillips. He's here with us in studio taking a closer look. And Blake, this is the kind of issue that will drive passionate people on opposing sides of this out to the polls.
Yeah, well, abortion has been a widely talked about issue since really as long as I can remember, and especially since Roe versus Wade was struck down just about 2 years ago. And Arizona has been in the spotlight nationally this year because of its Civil War era abortion law, which was voted down back in May. But if Prop 139 is passed by voters in November, it would allow abortions up to fetal viability. I sat down with Democrats and Republicans here in Pima County to talk about their stances on this very polarizing issue. Prop 139's on the ballot November 5th. What is that going to do for Arizona if it passes?
We need to make sure that Arizonan women and Arizona families have the right to abortion health care.
Our minds, it can be abortion to birth because of the clause in there that says mental capacity.
If passed, Proposition 139 would make abortion legal up to fetal viability in Arizona, which according to the National Library of Medicine is up until a fetus can survive outside of the uterus. 11 states across the country currently restrict abortions up to fetal viability, and Arizona could be the 12th. The Pima County GOP says the state party's stance is not against all abortions, but that this bill has a bit of a gray area.
Mental capacity is a very broad statement. So that's the biggest problem that the Republican Party has with that.
Currently, abortions in Arizona are legal up to 15 weeks after the last menstrual cycle. This after the state passed House Bill 2677, repealing a Civil War era law that banned abortions except to save the life of the mother. And that same law also said it would be a crime for anyone to help someone get an abortion.
Tracking women's menstrual cycles and girls' menstrual cycles and surveilling doctors is unacceptable. It's very, very scary, and it is the route we will go down if we do not pass Prop 139.
Abortion, a hot topic ahead of this presidential election as well, with Vice President Harris's campaign making it a point to put Harris in a position as a strong advocate for reproductive rights, saying a Trump-Vance administration will ban abortion nationwide. But Vance in a recent interview saying a Trump-Vance administration will not ban abortion federally, instead leaving it up to the states, like Prop 139.
Vice President Harris was clear when she said we will not go back. Arizona will not go back. That's why we have worked so hard to get Proposition 139 on the ballot.
President Trump, when he gets elected, will go along with what we have in our 10th Amendment, that he believes, as well as many of us, that if it's not expressively stated in the Constitution, then that goes over to the states, and then it's definitely up to our states to decide.
Now, the process to get Prop 139 on the ballot was unique because it was citizen-led. In Arizona, you have to get 383,923 signatures alone to get a constitutional amendment onto the ballot. Abortion advocates came in way over that number. Over 577,000 signatures were certified by the Secretary of State. Now, this paves the way for voters to decide the future of reproductive rights here in Arizona.